We're now joined by the Southern rock band Holy Roller. First off, can you please tell our Northeast viewers and people that might not be familiar with your music just who you guys are?
Well, hi, I'm Brady Heck. I sing and play guitar, and then
Hi, I'm Rebecca Rafferty. I play the tambourine and I sing.
Love to hear that. I was actually going to ask about Boston Calling because you did play there earlier this year. So what was that experience like for you personally? I know I listened to The Chain and I thought you guys did a fabulous rendition of it.
thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Um, well, I don't want to speak for the whole band, but I think one thing we did talk about as a group was that it was like one of the biggest platforms we had ever played. And so that was really, really unique and really special. So that was a really big thing. Brady, you want to add anything else?
And it was really incredible. I mean, there are so many artists that were on that bill that several of us grew up with. I mean, and it was just a huge honor to be able to be part. Can you hear my dog rolling around?
Don't worry about it. I can barely hear him. If anything, he is just beautiful in the background.
Okay, good. You hear that, buddy?
He heard, he
No,
heard.
it was a massive honor to get to play that stage and that festival with some of those names. I mean, like like I've talked about this a million times en route to Boston Calling, but like getting to do that show and like have Avril Lavigne on it, like that was a name that so many of us like in our age group grew up with, and to be able to be on that stage, like see her play the same stage that we played, or Black Crows, they played one of the other stages at the festival, and like that's a band that I listened to in the truck with my dad like all throughout my childhood. So to be able to have our band's name on the same poster, on the same shirt or hoodie as all these artists that have made a massive impact on music as we understand it and that have connected with all of our lives at some point in a certain way. I mean, yeah, it's pretty irreplaceable.
What do you want fans to get out of your music when they listen to it?
I mean, first and foremost, I think a good time. Um, but the music that we write, I think that we try to write from a very genuine place, and give back something that people can relate to. Maybe that puts you back in a place. Maybe that gets you through the thing you're going through. I mean, maybe you're just having a good day and, you need to scream the lyrics of Rain Came Down on your drive. I don't know. But I think ultimately what I want for people to take away from what we're doing is just the positivity that like we're all feeling when we're making it.
Yeah,
I love
and
that.
to add to that, one thing we always say about our shows and the music that we make, but a lot of our live show experiences, we like to think of them as family reunions, whether or not you've actually been to our show yet or not. We try to create a space that, just like Brady said, that people feel seen and feel heard, and we can all relate to the music together and just participate in like a communal thing, which we try to do every time we play. And so, yeah, I think that that's definitely what we hope people will get out of our live shows as well.
So what's next for you guys? Do you have anything planned?
As the season progresses, we'll be doing some more regional uh, festivals. We've got Bristol Rhythm and Roots coming up in September, the Iron Blossom Festival, which is a great one that's actually here in Richmond. It's relatively new. We've got Floyd Fest coming up. Yeah, we've got, I mean, then a slew of other dates. Um, but yeah, we've got a very busy calendar in front of us for the rest of this year.
Well, send those Boston dates over, please.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you guys will have us, we'll be there.
Awesome. And I also wanted to turn over the script to you and ask if there's anything that you want to talk about, just really hand over the mic.
Oh, Biggs, you got anything?
I think, well, if there's anything that we could say or plug or whatever, I mean, I think we are active on our socials. So the best way to keep up with what we're doing, which is what we hope you want to do, is follow us on the socials. Check out check out our music. It's available for streaming. We put out an album last year, but we just released two singles as well, two cover songs a few months ago. And so, yeah, I mean, give us a listen, but if you want to maybe see us in the future, give us a follow. What about you, Brady?
Actually, piggybacking off of that, because the most common question that I think I get asked about our band is, when are you playing? I can't find your calendar. I want the internet to know our band's in town, is up to date. Our Instagram has a pinned post with all of our dates. We are easy to find now. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's it. We're just so stoked for the season we have coming up and all the opportunities we've been given, and just looking forward to being back up in your neck of the woods.
I have one more thing actually. If anybody, we're still very new to Boston, so we always really love to hear about local spots that are everybody's favorite spots, places maybe we should get coffee or donuts or whatever. So if anybody has recommendations for like
Tate.
the which one?
Tate for food and
Oh,
drinks. For just like
perfect.
coffee, breakfast, that stuff.
Perfect. That's
Um,
perfect. Anything like that, I will write that down. But anything like that, we love if people will message us on Instagram or send us recommendations when we go places. We love to know what y'all recommend, not just what we happen to find. So that would be awesome.
ooh. So, to that point, I have very recently discovered that I love boba tea. So,
So
I
any
have,
of those recommendations.
yes. So, if we need, like, specifically, if anybody's got a good boba spot, let your boy know.
Jaho, I would say, for boba.
Oh, okay. See, all right.
I've lived here my whole life. Sorry, I don't mean to give too much insight, but I did want to ask one more question. What is your favorite song that you guys have produced together? I know you guys might have different answers, but I'm really curious to both of what you guys both have to say.
Oh, okay. Peaks, you go first.
Oh my gosh, wait, I need a minute. You go first.
Damn, I was trying to pass the buck because I need a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm.
If you
Of
don't
the
have it, you got it?
of the stuff that we've put out, um, oh man.
You're teasing something of the
Uh,
stuff we put out.
Yeah, don't say anything else, Brady. I'll answer this one if it's okay at first, so you can ponder more, Brady.
thank you.
I think a lot of our latest album is a lot of the songs are so different. But I think one of the most interesting songs to me to record and do was Good Religion, the title track of our album. And that's because it's super dynamic. We ended up stacking a bunch of instruments in there that we didn't necessarily intend on putting in there. And it's just very vocally dynamic. So it kind of feels like this roller coaster of things that like shouldn't work and go together, but end up going really well together. So I thought that was like a really fun process of just figuring out that song, and it ended up being the title track. So I loved that one. But Brady?
That's a
Absolutely.
good answer. Um, I think for me, like the one that when I listen to it on the album, I'm most proud of, like the production of it is probably like El Camino, because we got really experimental with our instrumentation in that. Um, like for the intro on that song, we this is a pretty common thing, right? It's called high strung tuning or Nashville tuning. You familiar with what a 12-string guitar is? I'm gonna get nerdy here. Okay, so on a 12-string guitar, you have two sets of strings. The second set of strings that's on it they're all really high strings, right? And that's why those guitars, when you strum them, they get that like glassy sound. Forever ago in Nashville, they figured out that if you take only the high strings from the set of 12 and put them on a regular 6-string guitar, you get this really wild, like glassy, mystical kind of guitar tone, right? Um,
Interesting.
Yeah. And so we got real heady and experimenting with stuff like that on actually a lot of the album. If you like pay attention or have like a bigger sound system where you can kind of hear everything individually, it shines through. But like the entire guitar part for that song was pretty much just recorded on on a guitar that was strung that way. And then we got experimental with like pairing alternate instruments with it, bass harmonizes hard with it. There's like pedal steel and horns in that song, and it's kind of gets like, I don't know, it gets all like mystical and spooky sounding, and it just, when I hear it back, I'm like, man, we really thought outside of the box on that particular track. A band like us, like, we're very song driven, and so I we don't go like too outside of the box when it comes to like recording techniques, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's time honored tradition. But with that one, I felt like we were like really trying to push what our boundaries were on it and find a new sound that we hadn't gone for before. So like hearing the finished product back of that, like I'm really proud of everybody for like being willing to step outside of their box and make something cool.